Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to Locker Room Talk. I'm Donna Martinez. In Raleigh, on Monday, things are really going to be hopping. Why? Because state legislators will be back in town for the beginning of the short legislative session. Now, of course, the John Locke Foundation team will be there as well, led by our own Becki Gray. Becki will be there helping legislators understand the implications of the decisions they're about to make and decisions that they can make that would advance freedom. We'll be there to be your voice on behalf of freedom and free markets. Joining me with a preview of what to expect is Becki Gray and the president and CEO of the John Locke Foundation, Kory Swanson. So, Kory, when you talk to people about what goes on at a legislative session, sometimes they think it's the proverbial smoke-filled room without the smoke these days, but right, that the legislators go into a room and they make these decisions in isolation. But the fact is they do listen to people. They do listen, for example, to the Locke Foundation.
That's correct. Legislators are always actively seeking good information to help inform them in making their decisions. And over the years, the John Locke Foundation has produced research that is highly respected. It is also research that is fair and nonpartisan. And so we produce a product that the legislators can really use. And of course, one of the big things about that is having someone in place who can take that research and make it easily digestible for very busy legislators.
That leads us to Becki
Right.
Gray. Hello. So you actually take that research, and then it's your job, as Kory said, to go
Right.
out there and spread that message. That's not an easy thing to do. Lots of people who are listening to lots of different voices, but you have managed to earn a reputation for being credible and to have that research that people really want to value. Tell us what your typical day is like over there.
Oh my gosh, well, it usually starts very early. The General Assembly comes in on Monday evenings. They're here all day, Tuesday, Wednesday, most of the day Thursday. Then Friday, everybody kind of catches their breath. But to Kory's point, and the reason why we are so credible and the reason why we do have influence is exactly what he's talking about. It's all the work that everybody at the John Locke Foundation does and has for 25 years. I mean, we have a reputation. But part of it and my job is to take that information and repackage it in a way that is most appropriate for the particular legislator that needs it. So it's important to spend a lot of time down there to get to know people, to sit into the committee meetings, listen to the discussion, see where the concerns are, also get acquainted with different legislators' districts and the challenges that they face. The challenges that Senator Cook has representing the northeast corner of North Carolina is very different than someone that represents right here in Raleigh. Those needs are different, those concerns are different. So part of my job is taking the John Locke information and making it matter to that particular legislator at the right time to have the most influence.
And they may have questions about something that they see in the research.
They often have questions. And actually, Donna, part of what I do too is I listen to the committee meetings, as I listen to their discussion, as I listen to the debate on the floor, and they will ask questions just, has anybody thought about a particular angle? Often we have thought about that angle, and so it gives me an opportunity to follow up that afternoon or the next day.
Becki, one of the things that they will do during the session is to adjust the state operating budget. We know that a huge piece of that is K-12 education. You have some goals that you're planning to put forth.
Right, and it's really a continuation of things that they've done, increasing the opportunity scholarships for low-income children so that they have an option if the traditional public school is not meeting their needs. Same thing for special needs students, to expand those. We're also looking at ensuring that we have good teachers in every single classroom, because we know that's what makes a difference in a kid's life. And so we're really going to be looking at some performance pay opportunities where good teachers are paid better and poor teachers perhaps are encouraged to find someplace else to make their magic, and getting back to the very basics of education.
Now, Kory, in addition to education, we also have goals that really relate to the entrepreneur, the job creator, the business person. Tell us about those and why that's important.
Sure. Overburdensome regulation prevents people from getting into business. And so, because the cost of getting into business and complying with those regulations is just very onerous. And so we like to see the regulatory state shrink. And one of the things that the leader of the North Carolina Senate, Phil Berger, said in 2011 when things got underway was that regulation reform will be part of every session going forward. And so every year since then, there has been a regulatory reform bill looking at regulations, seeing if they're still applicable, seeing how much cost they are versus the benefit that they have. And those that cost more than their benefit are going away, and that's a very good thing. So entrepreneurship in North Carolina is on a good track. We have legislators who appreciate entrepreneurs. We have legislators who understand that barriers to entry, the costs of regulation are high, and they must be done away with.
Now, all of the goals that we've been telling you about here are part of the John Locke Foundation battle plan for the legislative session. I would be more than happy to pop that in the mail to you or to send it to you by email. Just send me an email at dmartinez@johnlocke.org or give us a call, 866-JLF-INFO. We'll put that in the mail to you. Kory Swanson, Becki Gray, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us here for this edition of Locker Room Talk. I'm Donna Martinez.